He's not actually going to take out that hatchery, though he did get relatively close. It looked like it was going to move out at the same time, but nah. Wow, Tal is sort of in a really awkward spot. He's at 56 army supply to 85. The Zerg here just being constantly more supply ahead of his opponent. And where are these infestors?
I think he's going to completely skip that stage, man. I think the infestation pit was just to get his hive tech, and I wouldn't be surprised if he goes for broodlords. Judging by how much carapace and how much money he's investing into flyer tech, he'd probably add on a second spy the moment that his hive tech's done and go straight into broodlords. And broodlord infestor, or broodlord lean baneling is incredibly strong. Oh, catching these tanks that are proficient and giving these banelings the most optimal chance to do as much damage as possible. Good splits, but it just isn't enough.
There is just so much here for the Zerg. He can split all day, but the Zerg, in the end, is just going to have more than the Terran. Nice micro there by the dropship, actually wasting a couple of banelings on the drop, but there's just so many mutas now, and actually, he's going to play it safe. He's going to pull them back, regroup with this massive amount of banelings. Oh my god, I just want to...
25 banelings getting morphed in here now. It's going to be absolutely brutal when this comes crashing down on the doors of Wetal. Looks like he's loading up some more drops, trying to get a bit more aggressive onto the fourth Syntox and maybe try and slow him down, but it's just not going to be there, man. He's almost maxed. He's 70 supply up. He's actually he sniffed at this drop and he's going to get shut down ASAP. Oh, this is not good. Oh, this is crushing feeling as a Terran player, but
Tal is doing all he can, though. Sending those drops out every now and then is you know, the only way he's going to try, like, get back into this game. He can't trade effectively because he simply just doesn't have enough stuff going for him. And, you know, with this huge force here that he has to constantly defend against, he can't truly take this fourth base, though he's going to try to. And look at this, Syntox rolling in here with the Lings and Banelings. There is just so much stuff. I do believe this will be the death push. Oh my god, the Banelings going straight for the middle line again.
He's splitting them up. He's doing fantastic job with the multitasking. Ling's going up, cleaning up this army. Fourth relatively unprotected. Baneling's now moving into the mineral line of the natural. He's doing some splitting up here with his SCVs, doing a fantastic job. There's just too many Banelings. Banelings now detonating on supply depots and likes of anything else they can get their, well, I suppose, claws on. They're just blowing everything up. This is definitely looking like a GG for Wetal here. Syntox has just played a phenomenal game, and there's the GG call.
That was good. Wow, I like it. And I think the reason why Syntox's style worked so well for him is because he got that massive leap in army supply really early on, which allowed him to keep sort of trading really well and allowed him to just sort of pump those units out and just continue to hold the Terran back from advancing.
Yeah, well, opening up 2-port Banshee after Expand and then having it scouted was just like, oh man, I'm in a very tough position. And he did try to recover, but he couldn't hold on to the third. And then when he lost that CC while he was trying to build up an infrastructure of buildings to get the units out to defend it, I know it was too early. That's all I can say. And he got punished for it and he lost it. And then that just put him further behind. So, yeah, well played by Syntox, attacking at the right moments, doing really well with upgrades. Yeah, he didn't have +1 in his tanks. That was huge. If you don't get +1 in your tanks, those Banelings take 2 hits to kill, and he only had 2 tanks. So although he was still blowing up nice clumps of them, there were still huge clumps of Banelings that were together that weren't being split, they were just rolling and just demolishing over everything. I'm gonna go for a quick toilet break, and I hope to see you guys soon.
Okay, be quick. My wisdom teeth hurt so much, but yeah, that game, pretty awesome. I love that style. I always have loved that style of Zerg, and yeah, it's just so good. And something I've come to realize, especially as a Terran player, against that style, the onus is on you to just focus fire the Banelings with your tanks, be ahead at least on tank upgrades, like be relatively well timed on the tank upgrades, and just, mate, the amount of work you have to do as a Terran just to hold off those attacks. I mean, as the Zerg, all you have to do is just a left click and sort of just control your Banes a little bit, but man, far out. Big respect to Wetal. He played very, very well, and yeah, held on to the last second there, but Syntox, man, powering through. And sorry, you think playing StarCraft would allow me to talk and type at the same time, but yes, it's sort of hard. Alright, so when Josh comes back, I will just go through the format with you guys, because, you know, people here, there may be people here that don't actually play StarCraft. Hey, bro, update the scores, and 2, tell everyone at home how the sort of clan v clan format works, just for all the people that don't actually play StarCraft, because I actually know there are people in here that are like, ooh, what's going on?
Alrighty, the clan format that we're doing is GSTL, so yeah, the team leagues, and it's basically a best of 9 all-kill series. So what happens is it's player versus player. It's best of 9, so whichever team reaches the score of 5 first wins.
That's it, man.
Yeah, in a best of 9 there should be no draws. The only draws that can happen are in-game, and then those games are repeated and the scores aren't counted until there's an obvious victor.
Alright, now let's swap to the main screen of StarCraft for a second and hit the magnifying glass on the map here, because we haven't really broken down the maps at all here, and I've been suggested that we do a little bit of pre-game map analysis. So, Cloud Kingdom, man, bam, what are your thoughts here? Actually, what's the matchup? I don't think we even know, but yeah, Cloud Kingdom, let's just go straight to the thought process here.
Well, with multiple paths leading into the bases with these with the ramps, the high ground advantage is fantastic. Tank coverage by Terrans can generally be conceded around this middle part here. Is pretty fantastic. We do have destructible rocks that do open up this extra path here into the natural. Sometimes they can be sniped and thought it pretty well. The biggest thing I see from matches is they do bait units out onto the third. Well, what's the matchup actually? That would help me a lot. Okay, so it's going to be Zerg versus Protoss.
Okay, now I know a thing or two about PvZ. Let's talk PvZ. It looks like actually the game will start, but we'll talk a little bit more PvZ when we get into the game. And yeah, I think I'm just gonna lay a beat down for the stream, just because loading screens suck. Let's get into the zone. And we're in the game. Oh yeah, spawning in the bottom left-hand corner as the yellow Protoss, who actually hasn't moved his probes at all. No! 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 We're gonna have to RM. Shit.
Oh, damn.
All that build up for nothing.
That's RM.
Yeah, hey!
I'm gonna restart this song because it's fantastic.
I bet you this song. Fudge, well, this shit happens, and for that I don't thank anyone in the community. Damn it guys. You guys have one job, and that's to play the match and entertain the viewers. Not go AFK and, I don't know, drop your mouse on the floor, whatever else you might be doing.
When I'm playing Zerg, I'm crazy, homie. If I get my third base up, you can't control me. Brand new ladder and a fresh new season. Going straight to masters, you best believe it. Wasn't gonna cheese, don't give me a reason. Better not backstab, yo, that shit is treason. Me and my crew.
Alright, let's try this again. Dear. Just waiting on the players to be rearranged. Oh yeah, run amok dancing in the background. I think I should go and nah, I'll do that next game. And the players are ready. Quantic LM saying sorry about that love heart. Always mattered. I do believe I actually beat Mr. LM on ladder. Yes, I did actually. And is he GM? I think he is. Yeah, not to gloat too much, but I beat him on ladder.
Fantastic, man.
Yes. I was experimenting with gateway first into like early pressure builds, and it really seems to screw up Zergs, especially when they don't scout that shit. Yes, but anyway, waiting for bloody Reese to hit the go button. Here we go. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Can we get a comeback from IXL, or will this be a slow hill down to defeat? Game coming up now. Just waiting for the loading screen. Oh yeah, here we are. Into the game, and it looks like both players are present, ready, and GLH effing. Let's get to the intros. Spawning in the top right-hand position as IXL Syntox playing the Blue Zerg. Yeah, I sort of screwed that up somehow, but it was perfect at the same time. Let's go, bottom left-hand corner. Spawning as the first Protoss player for the night, I do believe, if my brain isn't malfunctioning on me, Quantic LM.
Fantastic.
Playing for Invision, and straight off the bat, you can always tell what a Protoss is doing with at least 90% accuracy when you see that pylon in the low ground. Very, very clearly going to be at least a very fast expansion type play. Usually a Forge first, but it's definitely going to involve a Nexus at some point.
Definitely. I think it really comes down to how much they scout. If they notice that they're going a pool first and they can see how many lings come out, then they might decide to go Nexus first. That's always usually it's a more greedier version, but it can be very punished because if Zerg does overcommit on building Zerglings, they can just get overrun.
It's very versatile in the sense you can be reactionary with it. You could, like you said, scout and see what they're doing, and then decide, yeah, Nexus first, why not? But you can also just scout, see that there's no pool either, and decide, yeah, I want that Forge up ASAP because I want to sort of cheese the hell out of him and cannon his natural. So it's sort of really all up to what the Protoss player wants to do, but obviously here, just being a little nuisance, trying to block this hatchery for as long as possible, and he actually doesn't have enough money for a pylon. He's trying to keep it alive as long as possible, and to no avail. So it looks like back at the Protoss base, it is going to be a Nexus first build into a Forge. Yeah. Whilst the Zerg is actually just going to be sort of spawning pool first into a hatchery because those pesky probes are annoying as hell. So if we look at the Protoss base, not too much else going on. What are we going to see? Well, we have one gas down here for the Zerg. I'll actually let you talk, Josh, because I realise I've been talking for a while.
It's pretty fine.
My apologies.
I don't know, I was going to talk a little bit more about the map before this game gets kind of a little bit situated,
yes.
But it is pretty fantastic. We do, in the third, there is multiple pathways. If they can get through the natural with these destructible rocks, there's a ramp down here. There is, of course, this giant loop. This kind of giant S that kind of creates Cloud Kingdom is fantastic, allows for multiple attack paths. These watchtowers that take up a good portion of the map and do see the main attack paths leading into the natural. We do have these 4 lings now making their way in. I don't believe Syntox has scouted or confirmed that it was a Nexus before Forge, but these Zerglings getting a good read on how many cannons are at the front, giving him the option to maybe be aggressive and maybe try and break down this wall, but it does look like he did take a fast third. It does look like that went down at around 420, so not necessarily the fastest third you can get because he did build extra lings, but definitely a fast third nonetheless. And then the ZVP matchup
and look at this. Look at this at the third man. Quantic LM actually doing the one thing that I've been trying to learn but just couldn't be bothered. He's actually doing, if I'm correct, the really, really dirty cannon trick where you can put one pylon there and the cannon down, and no, you can't actually touch that with lings. The pylon completely walls it off in there, and oh, that is going to suck so badly for Syntox if I'm correct. And yeah, can he touch that cannon? It looks like he